Hi guys, this is episode 4 and the letter D. And I'm going to stick very close to home on this episode. So I'm going to begin by talking about dentists and dentistry. For starters, I'm a dentist, my parents are dentists, and we run a dental clinic. So what has happened to dentistry and how is it changing because of COVID-19? Well, here's what's happened. Firstly and foremost, most dental clinics remain closed. Why is that? Governments have decided that dentistry is not an essential service. How has that affected everything? Well, the only treatment that you can get done if you go to a dentist are dental emergencies. So, what are dental emergencies? Dental emergencies are uh, any pain, swelling, or infection that a patient has. That's the only thing that you can get done. What are the challenges? Well, dentists are in the highest risk category for COVID-19. Why is that? Because of all the aerosol procedures that they end up having to do. Most dental procedures require some form of aerosol. So those procedures are being limited, but dentists are all wearing PPEs. So that means that the dentist whose face you could see, he had the nice funny colored gloves and he would make you nice and happy. Well, now it could get a bit funny because he's in an entire hazmat suit. The PPE suit is a hazmat suit essentially, and those dentists wearing them are the ones that are going to be treating you from now on. It's all going to be a bit bizarre. They're going to look straight out of the movie Interstellar. That's how we're going to work on and move on. Moving on to something even more bizarre, the trend of Dalgona coffee. I'm not understanding what that is about. It started off as an Instagram and TikTok trend. It essentially looks like an upside down cappuccino. Um, yeah, I really don't know. Clearly, this was done by people with way too much time on their hands or a lack of quality coffee. I don't know why you would want to waste coffee on something like that. It looks ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And it also follows in a long list of bizarre trends that have absolutely no explanation. I mean, think about it. There's no explanation for COVID, there's no explanation for Donald Trump's tweets. And what is with this trend of countries around the world banging pots and pans together in solidarity with medical professionals? That makes no sense either. I mean, if they wanted to help, they could just send PPEs, buy PPEs, stockpile those for doctors, help them out. Not bang pots and pans together. That's completely ridiculous. And from the ridiculous, we'll move on to something a bit mind boggling now. The next thing that I'm going to discuss is Dharavi. Now, what is Dharavi? So, I live in Mumbai, for starters. Dharavi is Asia's largest slum within the city of Mumbai. Why is it important? Well, here's why. Dharavi, as of yesterday, has over 1,000 cases of COVID within its borders, right? That would be fine if it was anywhere else in the world and you could contain it. Here's the problem with Dharavi, though. It's a slum, but in the 2.5 square kilometers that it's contained, it contains over 1 million people. The population density per square kilometer is 277,000 people. So approximately 1 million people live in that slum. It's some crazy, crazy, crazy numbers. Crazy, crazy, crazy numbers. That's the only way to put it. But why is it important to COVID and what's interesting about it? Well, Dharavi has for a long time had a history of epidemics. It began in 1896, believe it or not, with an epidemic of the plague that spread within that area. And it's because of the close confinement of this that it's also become a hotbed for things like multi-drug resistant tuberculosis. Now, how has the BMC, which is the Municipal Corporation of Mumbai, tried to deal with it? Well, they've sent their officials to do contact tracing. How is that possible in an area with 277,000 people per square kilometer and an entire population of maybe a million and a bit people? It's very difficult. And remember, the guy has to go and trace. I mean, how can he do all the contact tracing with the people that live around? There's people living above, to the side, at a right angle, underneath you even. I mean, how is he going to trace it? There's so many people there. And it's such a challenge. They've managed to find 1,000 cases. We still don't know how many are there that are not have not been traced. But kudos to them. They've done whatever they could so far. And I don't envy the guy's task. And last thing, the good part and the hope there is that there is a low mortality rate. So there's not a lot of people dying. And that gives you hope that even they can fight this virus. And if they can fight this virus, everybody can fight this virus. And that's the hope that you get here.